Chair Hall, Vice Chair Ferguson, Ranking Member Humphrey, and members of the committee. My name is Roger Gibb, and I live in Mason, Ohio, House District 56. The testimonies you've heard today all are in support of HGR2. In a future hearing, you will receive testimony from those who oppose state legislatures requesting an Article 5 Convention of States to propose amendments to the Constitution. In the upcoming opposition testimony hearing, you should expect to hear provocative fear-mongering claims that include the following. Well, delegates to an Article 5 convention will have plenipotentiary or unlimited power, and they could use it to eliminate the Bill of Rights. An Article 5 convention could run away and write a new constitution. None of these claims are tethered in reality. Now, to put this in perspective, let's just imagine that you go skydiving with a friend. After free falling for a couple of minutes, you both decide to deploy your parachute. So you reach back, you pull that parachute strap, nothing happens. Initially you panic, but then you remember you've got a second parachute in your backpack in case the first chute fails. So you reach back to deploy that second parachute, but your friend calls out, "No, don't do it. That's too dangerous." Confused, you look down at the ground. It's coming up pretty quick. You look back at your friend and you say, "More dangerous than face planting at 90 miles an hour?" The second chute's there in case the first chute fails. Do you have a better idea? Your friend looks back and says, "Well, no, but trust me, don't deploy that second parachute. It's too dangerous." Now, as absurd as that sounds, that is effectively what our opposition is saying. You see, we, the American people, we are like the skydivers, and we're faced with a very dangerous situation. Our federal government is literally bankrupting our country with debt, among other things. If Congress is the first parachute, and if Congress were doing its job, it would propose reasonable amendments, like a balanced budget amendment, to address this issue. Congress refuses because Congress is part of the problem. Our second parachute is for the states to propose amendments to the Constitution. This provision is packed right into Article 5 of the Constitution to be used in case of an emergency like this one. Yet our opponents claim that's too dangerous. Do they have a viable alternative? No, but they're intent on stopping us from deploying our proverbial second parachute to save our country. Those who support HGR2 rely on a team of nationally acclaimed attorneys to research and confirm the safety of the Article 5 convention process. Two members of that team include constitutional attorneys Michael Farris, whom we've heard from today, and Robert Natelson. I won't say anything more about Professor Natelson, or rather Michael Farris, because I think we all witnessed his expertise and knowledge on the subject. I will tell you a little bit about Robert Natelson. He's a law professor of 25 years, and his research has been cited repeatedly at the US Supreme Court, federal appeals courts, and state Supreme Courts. He's widely acknowledged to be the nation's preeminent scholar on the Article 5 convention process, having written the only legal treatise on the subject. He has also written more than 40 articles on the Constitution in law journals. So Michael Farris and Professor Natelson have collectively written more than 300 pages in law journal articles to specifically refute the claims that the Article 5 convention process is somehow dangerous. The claim by George Soros organizations and the John Birch Society that an Article 5 convention of states would be dangerous has been thoroughly debunked by Michael Farris and Professor Natelson. If anyone on this committee has reservations about the safety of an Article 5 convention of states process, then I urge you to take some time and read the articles of Michael Farris and Robert Natelson. If you do that, you will find that their writings are based on a solid foundation of history and fact, not rumor and not superstition. And so in closing, I would like to ask a rhetorical question for each member of this committee to consider. If you or a loved one were in serious trouble and required legal counsel in the highest court, whose counsel would you trust to save you? Our nationally acclaimed team of veteran constitutional attorneys, or our opponents who are little more than history hobbyists? If you wouldn't trust our opposition's advice to save you or a loved one, then why would you trust their advice to save our nation? Thank you for your attention and for your service to Ohio. I urge you to support HGR2.